Aha, alright. I'm live. Now I just gotta find the link and post it on Twitter. Why is everything so difficult? On YouTube. Let's go to my account. Yes, Bonk. My channel. Oh, two people. I don't know why. I haven't posted on Twitter yet. I'll go to the stream. Oh, I don't want to watch myself just on my phone. On a like. Thanks, I guess. Copy that. I'm starting a bit early just because I was ready early and that never happens. Maybe not because my hair's in the way. 4 people. Why is there 4 people watching? Jesus. Alright. Oh, back down to 1. Never mind. My heart. I'm live a little early. If you're keen. My process. Paste. And I'm gonna send that. Let's see who comes on down. Can you? Am I audible at all? Is my mic too far away? I can't tell. Put my phone down here for now. Just while we wait another 5 minutes. Hey, how you guys doing? Is my mic set up? I should ask that. No one said a thing in the chat, so I'm going to assume that there's no actual followers watching at the moment. That it's just like, I know people coming through and like, what is this nonsense video title? Is the turning towards the mic obnoxious or not? Can't tell. Just another 4 minutes. It would be less awkward if anyone watching would tell me how they're doing. I'm gonna check that tweet I sent. No likes. Yeah, no new notifications. Oh, 3 people watching. There's someone's maybe clicked the link or just oh, hey, someone knows how to type. How's it going, Win? I'm doing well. Doing well. Yourself? The 7-second delay is murder on the on the conversation. Doing pretty good. I'm glad to hear it. I started early, thinking more people would come in. It doesn't seem to have worked thus far. Am I audible at all through the microphone? Found a one-step world. Oh yeah. I think I've seen, might have seen it around at Kmart. That's because Kmart stocks what I don't want. Okay, that's good. I'm glad it works. It works well because it's like a foot away from me, and normally I'm holding it like in my mouth, so that's good. I'm probably not gonna wait too much longer because there's not a lot of. I don't think there's going to be like an influx or anything. So I might just get started unboxing I suppose it's it was an unboxing if they're just in boxes that I put them in a day ago. Because the basic thing is I'm moving a lot of my stuff from one house to another. So I've put all of my Bionicle sets in bags to bring them over here, and at some point I'll probably bring other Lego. I probably won't do streams for them because it's it just doesn't really. It feels a bit tedious. It might be for it to be non-Bionicle related. Oh, of course you got Studio Series Scrapper because I will not be able to see Studio Series Scrappers in a store for for months here. I got the biggest bag I have, and it fitted. It was able to fit about less than a third of my Bionicle collection, and that's excluding all the G2 sets that I have off screen there. This is old G1. Sorry about the throat as well. It's not the. Don't worry. It's just something in my throat. It's not. It's not a disease. I'm now realizing that this is just going to be me going Iruni for however many hours it takes. But yeah, we can chat while we do it. I'm not sure how I'm going to organize stuff because what I have got on the shelf already is just the Toamata. I might do. I want to do 2001 to 3, then 2004 and 5, 2006, 7, 8, and then 2009 to 10. But I only have 3 shelves. So we'll see how that goes. Plus, I've got an Axelara T9 down there. Where's that going to go? How many hand duffels it would take to hold on my Bionicle? It's the thing about the duffel, the 1 metric duffel bag, is that that's my phone. I'm just going to move my phone where it doesn't scream every time it vibrates. The thing about the duffel bag is it looks like such a big thing, but it's just not. So I was like, oh, this is like a massive bag, and then I put 12 toy in, and I was like, well, that's half the bag full. it's not as it's not as efficient as it makes you think it is. So there is a Rooney. Can you see him? It's very dark. I've got a lamp up here. It doesn't really do much. Hurts my eyes. Oh, back down to 2. All right, we're up to 5 for a bit there. I was doing well. Because the thing is, I want to have them at least in years, and at least in categorized into years as they were originally. But I don't know how the best way to do that is, and also I'd probably be able to go 2001 to 3, then down here maybe 2004 to 6 or something. But I don't know if 2004 to 6 would really mesh well because I like all the ignition ones together because it seems like a bit more of a they have a similar what's the word, motif. I don't know. I feel like motif fits, but not well. All I know is that I'm going to keep Norik and Iruni together because they're boyfriends and no one can tell me otherwise. And if anyone aesthetic, that'll be the word. How dare I forget the word aesthetic? One of my favorite words, even though I change the way I pronounce it every time. But that's common with all of my favorite words. I don't know how to say them. I think that's all of the 2005 ones in this box. The rest of it's all 2007. A couple of stars. Here you go, Rakshi. Rakshi is an interesting set for me because it's. I'm fascinated by it. It's weird because they've got the claws on the feet, and when I first saw that, I was like, well, that's kind of weird because the other ones have big round Nike feet. But then I suppose the claws kind of make more sense the more that I've kind of grown up with it. Also, he's got a broken broken joint on his fist there. If you look real close, there it is. 2010. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and point out all of the broken joints that I've got just around. He's gone down the bottom for now. When I get more to the bottom, I'll like change where the camera is. I might just do this. Shouldn't have done that because it's going to take about 10 minutes to get back up. 10 minutes worth of effort at the very least. I'd be more surprised if he didn't have a broken joint. Yeah. The thing at the moment is I'm pretty sure because he's holding the staff at 2 points. I've got, and the only reason that hand is in place is because the other hand is holding it there. Like if I move that hand, the other one would just pop right off. The only other set like that is Makuta Icarax, which I bought secondhand. It was already assembled because I guess the person didn't feel confident taking it apart to send it. And yeah, so he's got the two different joints holding his thigh on, and so only one of them is doing all the heavy lifting because he's got a big long crack on his on the front thigh joint, not like the back one. It's kind of there just to make it look a bit bulkier. Defalak. I used to have his friend Dekar, the yellow one, but I took him to school, and then someone stole him. School. So I'm going to put him just over here for now. Actually, I'm going to, just because I don't know where I'm going to put him at the moment, I'm going to put him next to Iruni because they're both green and have the same mask. Because they're good boys. Tahu. The 6th best iteration of Tahu. You can't take that away from him. I actually quite like this mask piece. I know it's kind of like narrower. It's not as good as the original How, but I'm not sure how much that's nostalgia. I like it. I know there are people that are vehemently against it, and I don't quite understand why. Yeah. Well, if you have Hydraxon, then you basically got Dekar. Actually, no, if you have Hydraxon. I do have Hydraxon. He is in the suitcase, I believe. We'll get to him in a minute. Did you get your own place? No, unfortunately, I did not. I live sometimes at my mother's house, sometimes at my father's house. So I'm kind of moving a lot of my stuff from my father's house to my mother's because this is where I spend more of my time. It's just a bit less stressful when half of my life isn't in another building. And also, it just becomes annoying when I'm like, I should post a tweet. This is how I tweet everyone, like I'm playing a Switch. When I'm like, I should post a tweet about Bionicle. I'll take a photo or make a joke about one of my sets. Oh, they're at the other house. So it's probably good to have them all in one place and in the place that I spend more time. So that's kind of my idea. Nectan, or as Lego calls him, Paraka, which he isn't. Well, he might. Maybe someone's called him a Paraka at one point. I hope not. Do quite like Tahu Staff Mask and Sword. Yeah, the sword piece is actually not bad. I think I have a lot of fondness for the old piece, but this piece, like for what it is, it's pretty good, and I think I prefer it in Akar inside the actual sword piece, the bigger one. A set that I don't actually have. So I have like 5 sets from 2009. That's going to be a real pain when I'm trying to fill in my collection, especially when it comes to like Scopio XV1. That's going to be something I spend a lot of money on. Nectan also has a lot of broken joints. All of his arm and leg joints, I'm going to have to move him closer. All his arm and leg joints at the bit where they connect to the torso, all of them broken. Every single one. His fists are alright. Oh, this fist is broken. His head's broken. Dude, there's some real good 09 stuff. Yeah, I don't have an issue with 09, really. It's just that was around the time where I kind of dropped off getting 2009 sets, where I was like, when I dropped off Bionicle as like a fan. Like, I still loved it, but it was when I stopped collecting. At the time, the only sets I got were Gresh, Malum, My cousins got duplicates of Skrull and Vorox, so I got both of them. And my mum bought me Vastus, and that was about it. Later on, I got Stronius about a year ago, maybe half a year ago or something, in a haul of other Bionicle sets that I just kind of bought together on Bricklink with my tax refund because I am a child and I don't know how to save for a future and get my own place. I'd rather buy Bionicles. um, Jala, you'll notice he's missing a crab. Did you wait? How old even were you in 2009? I was 9 until about December when I was 10. Uh, I think that was that point where I started getting more into Pokemon. Um, yeah, that would have been, yeah, because that's when I started playing my cousin's Pokemon games, like the ones that they didn't play anymore, gave them to me. I had I think I had Ruby on the Game Boy, and I was like, oh, that was good stuff. Jeez, I was in high school. Yeah, but you're only like 4 years older than me, really. 4.5 maybe. I'm feeling old. Yeah, understandable. um, I'm gonna put Jala in the back corner over here until he gets Hana, the crab, because I've got a lot of other 2007 sets. Yuki. People don't like Yuki. Like, well, I mean, this set specifically. I know that there's a lot of hate for this set specifically. And I can kind of understand where people are coming from with a lot of it. Like, he's very extremely. Um, I'm having this thing recently where I just keep forgetting words, and it's incredibly frustrating. Um, he's very, what's the one where you're not symmetrical? Asymmetrical. He's very asymmetrical, where he's got the kind of this one big yellow arm and then this one kind of thinner black arm. He's got the big swords on the side. But I think he's really cool. Like, he's kind of this really bruiser style character. He's got the spiky leg leg armor, an awesome mask. This is seriously, the Garai is such a cool mask piece. Uh, this was another set that I took to school and got stolen. Big fan of Hiki / Martinui's yellow and Deca. Yeah, I really like this shade of yellow key orange. That's the one. Um, I think I prefer it over like what you get on, say, I'm trying to think of a set that has it, like Bittle. This is when I realized that I don't know how to pronounce most of these. I just come up with my own ways to pronounce them. Uh, I don't like the yellow on Bitil. The yellow Mystica. Bitil. I call him Bitil because otherwise I'd just be calling him Beetle, and that takes away what little um, subtlety his name has. Yuki goes over there with old mate Jala. Jala. Matoro, the bestest boy. This is actually a set that I don't like a whole lot, and I hope that doesn't get, I don't cop flack for that, because I just don't really like the hunched over the hunch he works with. I don't really like this one tiny arm that's not very posable at all. I don't really like the kind of white legs going into white feet. I feel like there should be like something in the middle there. Um, just kind of annoys me a bit. I don't like this very exposed red Technic joint inside his torso. Can you see that? You can see it. Yeah, check that out. No good. Um, he's not a bad set. I do like his little shoulder pads, and the mask is pretty decent. But yeah, I just don't really like that. I don't know what this is meant to be either. This cord. No one else has the cord, so God knows what that's supposed to represent. I should point out. Thought he was going to fall over. There's a few things that are going to happen with the stream. At some point, I think one of the viewers of the stream is me. I'm pretty sure I've got that tab open. Hang on a second. I'm going to close that. Sorry, I've got to reply. Where's the link? I just posted the link. Toa Ventron. right underneath the. Sorry, I'm just. Someone doesn't know where the link is. The reply, where's the link to the tweet that has the link? Um, just a second. This is top quality content, I'm sure. Oh, okay, so I'm going to close my tab where I'm watching it. My viewers hasn't gone down. Haven't gone down. Yeah, so a couple things are going to happen today on the stream. One point, my mother is going to come home from work and drop off a kitten because it's for my sister. And we kind of need, and so I'm going to look after it for the rest of the day until we can take it to her a couple of hours from now. Also, at some point, I'm going to order lunch because I'm hungry and can't be bothered cooking because I'm also on a stream, and I feel like a cooking stream would just become very stressful for everyone involved. So yeah, I don't know what I'll order. I'll go on menu log on my phone. Might have a bit of Red Rooster, maybe a bit of KFC. Might have some Hunger Jacks. What time is it in Upside Down Land? It is 12:15 p.m. midday. I took the day off work because I just didn't feel like going to work. It's been real stressful. So yeah, I thought, well, I'll take this day and then maybe I'll do something for 700 followers because that's a big number, as I pointed out. Oh no, Kongu's got a broken joint. That's a 2007 dark grey joint. That's a tough nut to crack. Check that out. Rough stuff. Means I got to unpack. Yeah, well, yeah, I've got to unpack them at some point. So Kongu. My opinions on Kongu. Don't know what this is. This big tank on the back of his head, and I'm guessing that's like maybe like a tank where he, because he's a tower of air, he can just pump oxygen into this tank to breathe. I guess. That's something I've literally just thought of right now, so I don't know how much water that holds, pun not intended. So I'm going to put him with his mates. What we got? The more I dig through here, the more I'm fascinated with my ability to pack down sets, because this is Pridak. What do you call that? This is gonna take a second. There he is. The baby shark himself. I prefer to display my Baraki sets with both of the squids in the whole of the things, because having one in here, I hate the squid launchers. I can never get them to work, and I will demonstrate that for you right now. I've put him in. I've loaded the squid in. Put my finger through the little hole, even though my finger's too thick to put it through because I'm 20 years old. Down. It goes down. It flicks down and hits me in the leg. I am I am convinced that this is like the only reason people like this is through gaslighting. They assume, well, I can't get it to work, but someone else must be able to. No, I'm the brave person who's going to say, no one can get these to work. Look at that. What do you call that? Do I point it up, maybe? That works a bit, but it still landed on my phone. I don't like it. Hit me up if you've ever gotten it to work. I've literally only been able to get it to work properly once. I don't believe you. I think that you never got it to work like me, because otherwise I can't stand to live in a world where anyone can get that to work. Squid launchers do not and have never worked. Thank you. I'm glad someone is willing to speak out against the tyranny of the squid launcher. I'm going to put him towards the back a bit. Maybe I'm trying to make it visible to you guys. Well, I'll leave Jala hang on for a second. Sorry, Jala, you just have to wait. Because here's Hana. but that was it. No more. No, yeah, exactly. Um, Hana crab. I love the Hana crab. Gorgeous. Seriously, I find so much joy in the fact that it was Prisoners in the Pit, wasn't it? Where Jala was like, "Here's a fun idea for a distraction. Why don't I strap this blaster to a crab?" I really wish that they'd been like that. It had been like it was in the set, where they were just like best friends forever. Which I don't know how much of that was implied in the set that he has Hana on a leash, but like I feel like they're just good friends, like Jala and Hana. They would have been so Hana and Puku could have been such good friends. Little crab riding on big crab. You're left in my room. Yeah, it's I don't know why Matora couldn't have transported the Toa and Hana. Uh, uh, I'm trying to figure out how many of these I can pack into these shelves. Don't fall over, Kongu. What else we got? Oh, over here. Just off screen. I'll be right back. The two sets I did not want to pack in boxes. The two lime jointed sets. Harley first. Literally every joint has a crack on it somewhere. A reunion between Jala and Takanuva with Puku and the Hana prison would have been wonderful. That would have been. I would have cried. And that's not a joke. That would have been wonderful. Greg, I get that you're doing all your canonization of Mox or whatever. Get on that. Write that up. Come up with a reason why, or some way that maybe like the Hana crab just crawled just into the pit before the robot woke up or something. I don't know. Just work something out, man. Um, so yeah, because so I had Harley back in 2007. I bought it way back then. Um, uh, and over the years, all of her joints broke. So that's why, like about a year ago, I had to buy a bunch, like a pack of lime joints on Bricklink, and just I went through them like tissues. Like I was like, okay, I'll put this one in here, click it on, oh, snapped, get another one, snapped, okay, get a third one, that one worked, okay, and so I just did a bit of trial and error until I got Harley working. Oh, summoner has been summoned. Excellent jokes, everyone. So yeah, she's all been pretty much replaced. It's that the thing about how many bits of the boat do you replace before it becomes a new boat. Is this the Harley that I bought in 2007, or is this a new one? Who's to say? Um, so yeah, all of her joints do have like hairline fractures, but they hold together, and that's all they need really. Don't look too closely at her. And the other one is Alec. Bought him secondhand too. He his joints were less problematic. Um, they were still a bit problematic. Like there's a couple of hairline fractures here and there, but they hold together. The issue was his upper arms, that are the long ones. When I got him, they had 2008 joints, and I was like, well, that's a good enough compromise. But I swapped them out for some of the 2007 ones that I bought. Clipped them in, never taking them apart, never building the pit wall tortoise because honestly, why would I? It's gross. So he's going to chill in here with Product for now. Oh no, I broke Karapa. What's his name? Kalma, that's the one. He's next. He's missing his tentacles because I didn't want them to bend. So he's just going to chill up here with the Toamata until I can find them. The Toamata are over here just for the people who've come in. Gotta go, man. See ya. Have a good day or night. I'm not quite sure what time it is for you at the moment, but probably I'd assume late. Phone about to die. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, phones no good. My phone's got a decent battery because it's a Samsung. We're the best. um, but yeah, I've always had an issue with phone batteries. See, I broke him. He's missing a piece. Ah, Karapa. This is one of the first 3 Baraki I had. I broke Karapa. What are you, Trinkron? I feel like Trinkron sometimes, but that's mostly just because I'm horrific to look at. um, so Karapa was one of the first 6, the first 3 Baraki I got. He's one of only 6 Baraki. I got him, Takadox, and Kalma back in 2007. I like him. I like how he's got the 2 squid on one shoulder, kind of like squid. I don't know. You know how like there'll be like that thing of, like the kind of extra rounds facing forwards in like the shoulder. I like how he's kind of got that instead of like one on each shoulder, like all the pictures of Kalma have, even though it's physically impossible to do that without additional pieces. I don't understand. They fit on his back so well. So, Trencrom's most annoying victim, you can show over there, Mantax. Did you guys see? Oh, it's missing his tail. Did you guys see that tweet from BSO1 about the about the cafe that instituted the Mantax? It's a good tweet. Go to BSO1's account and find that tweet. It's real funny. It was only posted like today or yesterday or something. Oh no! Oh no! Oh dear! Oh dear! Mantax has a rubber head with 2 little things that kind of come off on the front, and one of them has been bent because it got hooked behind his pincer. That's annoying. Oh no! I'm gonna have to do something about that at some point. I might like a rubber band to tie it on. Oh no! Don't! Oh Jesus Christ! He's just falling to pieces. I think that Baraki as a whole are pretty good sets, just because they were the first sets since the introduction of the Anika build, as it's known, to kind of really break that mold. Apart from like Titans sets or Warrior sets or whatever they were called in 2006. So they had the really unorthodox builds, like a black Rakshi back bit kind of built around his back, and he's got the really hunched over body. Take his arms and torso off, and he just looks like a manta ray with his 2 big wing pads on his shoulders. So I'm going to put him up here as well because he doesn't have his tail. Now, excuse me for a moment as we talk about our sponsor for this week, Coke No Sugar. No, I'm just thirsty. Icy Cold Cancer Coke. That is not icy cold. That is lukewarm. And that has been sitting on the desk next to me for about half an hour. Takadox. I like him. I like how he's a mantis shrimp, but he looks more like just a praying mantis. He's good. He's a really solid set. I like these kind of arms with the claw, what are they called, knife blades? Something knives, twin knives. That's what they're called. Thanks, BSO1. I call my brain BSO1 because it's mostly bionicle knowledge. Oh, there's a Kodak missile down there. Oh, Kongi's missing one. Nuparu. Good boy. You guys can ask questions if you want, questions like what's with the pink briefcase, or Howard. Well, don't ask Howard you, I suppose. I've already been asked that a couple times. Or, what's with the poster behind you, or is that Cliff Jumper? The answer to that one is yes. I love him. He's little. I don't like Nuparu's having uh, for like all of his arms and legs having the same kind of piece because I don't really like that piece. It really kind of limits motion. That Paraka weapon arm, and it makes his feet just kind of obnoxious to put together. Still, Command Toa Nuparu was the best Command Toamari game, and I will defend that. Here we go. Tentacles and tails. There's Mantax. And there's Kalma. I like how they all look kind of they look like mutants, and you can kind of tell that with Kalma's three eyes and his kind of and Carapa's carapace. Now here we get to the really old sets that I should not be stuffing to the bottom of a box. Yeah, boy. The Tarakaiva are my favorite Rahi from 2001. They're so good. Bam. Nope, missed it. Nope. Hey. Yes. 20 years old and they still work real well. I'm pretty sure the rubber bands were replaced when I got them, but yeah, that's fine. Also, images you can hear. Is this the image you can hear? Or the dropping of the mask on another 2001 Rahi down there? I'm going to put these guys over here next to the Toamat. I like them. How do you pronounce these things? Because I say manas, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Now, I know for a fact that these guys are incorrectly assembled. I got them from eBay. They're wrong. I just haven't gotten around to replacing the parts yet because it's mostly just superficial. Like this piece back here, this grey beam. This is dark blay, not dark grey, like it should be from 2001 set. There's a couple of other little bits here and there. Yeah, but yeah, I don't really mind it for now. They're mostly just kind of, as I said, it's superficial stuff. It's only stuff that a collector or a diehard fan would go, now hang on a second, what's up with that? I'm going to put these guys right here for now. And one Kodak missile for Kongu when I get to him. That box is empty. Next, I've got a shopping bag. This is one when unfortunately I got a bail to go to bed. It stayed here. Oh, sorry. I started this later than normal anyway because I thought I'm not starting at 10. I want to sleep till 10. Have a pleasant night's sleep, Win. I'll catch up with all of the sets that I show people. Controllers. I don't keep the batteries in them because that seems like a good way to fill these things with dried battery acid. Same as those guys, except I think they've both got the covers on. That's fine. I probably won't put these on the same shelf. I'm gonna put them to one side. It is fun to play with them with someone else. Not as fun on your own. Skrull. Annoying set. And you know why it's annoying? Because he's got so many long pointy things that they keep touching each other. He's got the long helmet, long shoulder blades. Can't put his arm up too high, it hits his helmet. Can't turn his head too far, it hits his shoulder blade. Come on, man. Why is it getting darker? I've got the light on, I've got a window open. I might open another window, maybe. Should I open another window? Nah, it's going to be a pain. I might knock over Hogwarts. I don't want to knock over my Lego Hogwarts because I'm not putting that back together. This curtain here, or blind, no, it would be curtain, yeah. More than once, I have opened it and it's just clipped the top of the back of my Sith TIE fighter up the back on the top of the shelf, and it just comes tumbling down and smashes on the ground behind my shelf. So annoying. The Sith TIE fighter is such a pain to put together. So I'm going to put him down the bottom with my other stars. Those are the 4 stars I have together at the moment. I used to have all 6. Don't know what happened to Takanova and Gresh. Yo Paraka. I've got all 6 Paraka, but only 3 are together because I'm missing a couple of parts from the other 3. Um, they're good sets, but these spine pieces, my god, did they bend easily? Like you can, yeah, I've had him sitting in that bag for about a day, and there's a couple of spikes that have just kind of bent to the side a bit. Yo. Sorry, for a second, you've got YT at the end of your name, so I was like, what is Yit Yo Yo? Is Yit Yo Yo a reference? Yo. Good to see you, man. I'm going to probably put him. See, the issue is, while I'm trying to make it entertaining, so I don't want to like just stare at this and go, where's everything going to go? So I've just stuffed this entire shelf with 12 Mari wave sets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle back a bit. The world's loudest chair. I'm moving my bin. My sister painted this up for me. The bin looks like R2D2. Okay, so I'm back. I'm back here. Let's get to it. I'm going to shuffle them all back like they're a loud chair. Is that all 6? Yeah. This won't take a moment. You got to really snuggle them together because they're good mates. The Toamari and the Baraki, famously good mates. No, don't, Mantax, please. I like to pose them a bit, but generally the pose ends up being dramatic stance because that takes up less space. I don't want them just coming in like standing there like that or like T-posing or whatever. I want them to kind of look at least semi-natural. In a way that, yeah, that doesn't take up too much space, or like where the thin bits like Kalma's tentacle can kind of slot between figures. You go down there, you go down there. I think maybe after this, later on, I'll just get up and I'll just shuffle everything around again because I've got a lot of Titan sets. They're gonna have to go back there. So I'll post a photo at some point. So Hackman's just gonna go here because he's gonna get his boys in a minute. In a minute. Mutran. Ow! Pointy Mutran. Don't get your finger out of your leg. This is another set that I got back in 2008. I like him. 2008 was a golden year for me getting Bionicle sets. The only sets that I didn't get at release time were Icarax, Axelara T9. I think that's it. That was the year that I was real spoiled. That was the year that my parents got divorced. Fun stuff. So Mutran is a remnant of that bygone era. I'm going to open this blind a bit more, just because it's getting a bit dark. No, don't close. There we go. How's that? Should I turn this one off maybe? No, that's not it. Yeah. Is that good? Is that better or worse? I'm not going to do anything until I get a response. 7-second delay. Well, the screen got brighter, so I guess that's fine. I just washed my hair and now it's just kind of going like the thing about washing my hair at this length. I need a haircut, but I'm not getting one now. Thing about my hair at this length is that when I do this, it does that. I prefer my enormous forehead being on show. Kevlar. He's missing his weapons. They're in the bag somewhere. Gavla. She's missing her wings because, yeah, obstructions, trying to put them in the bag, didn't want them to break, didn't want them to take up too much space. I like Gavla. She's cool. She's cool with wings. My favorite part about Gavla is that they introduced the Matoran of light and shadow and were like, these ones aren't restricted by the what's it called? The gender imbalance, but we'll still make the only girl the blue one. What's the point then? Make Kirop another girl. Have at least 2 girls to 4 boys. I think 3 to 3 is a good ratio, but at least 2 to 4. Yeah, 2 to 4. Come on. 3 to 3 ratio is a 1 to 1 ratio. I don't know why. I don't know why I said it like that. Kirop is also missing his wings, and so is Radiac. I like Radiac because they were like, this one doesn't have the same body kind of shape, the same humanoid shape as the others. And I was like, that's interesting. And then they did exactly the same body shape with Krika about 6 months later. I was like, well, all right, that's what the point is then. I think Krika does it better than Radiac. I have to do him in this pose so that he's not just just Krika. Krika's another one where I pronounce it Krika instead of Krika because then otherwise he's just a cricket. I don't know what Gorast is meant to be. Vitil's a beetle. Krika's a cricket. I don't know what Gorast is. Is there some kind of bug with a name like that I don't know? Vampira comes from vampire. I don't know what Antros is. I don't know what Kyrox is either. I know Mutron comes from mutate and transform. I know that Icarax comes from Icarus. I don't know. I think that when they stopped using Māori names, they kind of went, well, let's just use everything. So Vizok does have his Zama. He's chilling. No, the Paraka's treacherous nature. Oh, I took so many parts off sets. He doesn't have his Vorox doesn't have his tail. I like Vorox as a set. I don't know about the brown melded with the tan in his armor pads, but I suppose that gives him a bit more color. But I would prefer it if he also had like, I don't know, brown mixed into the tan on his feet maybe. Because they do a lot of color blending with that specific piece. I think this is maybe the first instance where they didn't do that. They later had him solid black for Von Nebula in Hero Factory. That's something I just know for some reason. Never had that set. I don't really know much about the real intricacies of Hero Factory. I know enough about it. I know it. How much is enough to know about Hero Factory? I know some about it. Why on earth were the pins 3 length? Yes. Why were the pins 3 length? Why has he got blue 3 length pins? I don't get it. Oh, it's so annoying because they just hang out the back, and it's one thing to have obnoxiously bright blue pins. I look red. It's one thing to have obnoxiously bright blue pins, but to have them just hanging out the back for no reason at all, I don't get it. Also, I'm not really a fan of the whole thing of how about to make him different? Instead of giving him an armor piece, we flip his torso around. No, don't do that. That's bad. I suppose it's supposed to be bestial. It's supposed to kind of lean forward a bit. I don't know. Maybe I should stop giving Lego the benefit of the doubt. Avak. I like that they went back to Marta Brown for a hot minute. and like because it's good to have a couple of these pieces in Marta Brown, I suppose. Um, that would have been good to also get like maybe another set in like 2008 or something. That would have been Marta Brown. That would have been cool, just to kind of space them out a bit. But yeah, after that it was all yellow and tan. Disappointing. The weird that of the three stone characters from 2006 all have different color schemes because one's this Marta Brown, one's Metro Brown, and one's yellow and gunmetal. Key orange and gunmetal, sorry. Gresh. Weird name. Decent set. I like Gresh. I think his upper legs are a bit skinny, but I think his weapons are pretty cool. The way you can kind of go from two blades to a shield. A hilariously ineffective shield. That's very thin. Um, he does alright with it. There's that one comic where he stops the saw blade shield with it somehow. I don't know. I think Gresh is there's a couple issues I have with Gresh, but they're not with his set. Um, I don't like the character. What do you think? What do you guys think about the life counter game that they had in 2006, 2009? Ah, sometimes it gets stuck. Is my opinion. I think that it's kind of cool how they were integrated into certain sets. Like some of them had them on the back of the foot, some of them had them on the back of the character. Um, those were the two places they ever were. Now that I think about it, um, I think it was pretty cool. I never really played the game a whole lot. I think I played it once or twice with my cousins because they were also in the Bionicle. Scroll, where is your sword, Scroll? I think the Scroll has the coolest weapon. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! 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 I just bent his leg and the joint just smashed. Oh, where'd that ship of it go? A piece just snapped straight off. Oh, look at that. That happened just then. Oh, is he gonna hold the leg on? Ah, yeah, kind of. As long as I don't put too much weight on that leg, it should be alright. Um, yeah, I think he's got a lot going on with his sword. Um, he's got this. I'm gonna put it in front of my white shirt. This is. I only have three Bionicle shirts. I need more. I'm gonna buy a new phone case from Redbubble, so I might grab a shirt while I'm there. And another one of these. You can't even see it. One of these Bionicle travel posters. They're real cool. Um, yeah, he's got this kind of big blade along here. He's got the sword piece on top with the cool kind of dual injection, and he's got a thorn axe launcher. He's got it all going on. I can't fire the thorn axe launcher. There it is. It landed in my slipper. Uh, I don't. Almost knocked over the Axelara. It's standing on its end. Um, I've still got a lot to go. I should probably speed this up. We're almost an hour in. Um, but this shield piece, awesome piece. Such a cool piece. I remember in 2009, here's a fun memory for us to chat about. In 2009, I went with my cousins to go and see Transformers Revenge of the Fallen in theaters. Uh, and I have a distinct memory of sitting in that movie with that scroll shield piece in my pocket. And I was kind of feeling it because I thought that was a really cool piece, but I just kind of took it everywhere I went. It's quite incredible that the red hasn't rubbed off as much as I would have thought. Um, but yeah, that's kind of like that. That was who I was. I was like always had my Bionicle stuff with me. Like I always had like a mask or something in my pocket just because I kind of liked them. There was a period when I did it with the Ignika, whatever you call the Mask of Life. I stopped doing that after a while because I didn't want that piece to break. It was already a flimsy piece. Because my version, I don't know how many people had it. My version was so like the joint that the red axle went into inside it was so loose that if the person wearing it, the bionicle who was wearing it leaned forward, it would just slide straight off, and still does. I know there was a thing with uh, wonky ones, and mine isn't wonky; it just falls off. There's someone here. I hear a noise. Maybe it's just a card or a bus. Gurok. Nope. Fun stuff. Someone just joined as I was just sitting here going, doo, 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 doo. Well, if that's what this is. I'd like to. I've got all the unfinished material up here. I'll put Gurok over just on my duffel for now until I can finish these sets over here. Malum. Malum is a Chad. He is such a bulky boy. Oh. I love how he's so chunky. Like he's a nightmare to pose, but he's really cool. I like his claw pieces. He was one of the sets that I got in 2009. One of the 2009 sets I bought back then. I like him. I think he's got a good blend of kit orange, dark red, and dark grey. Here we go. Wings. Get out of here, Kiro. Wings. Get out of here, Gavler. What's this one called? Shadow Spear? I think it's called Shadow Spear. I don't know. And this other generic blade that was in as many sets as possible from 2007 onwards. Get out of here, Mutran. Flappy wing. Oh, I like Mutran. I like Mutran enough. He's not really a Titan set on his own. Like, I know that he was only a Titan set because he was with Vikan. But those two sets really together, they're just like less interesting versions of. Well, Mutran is a less interesting Kyrox, and Vikan is a slightly more interesting hero. I don't have wings for Radiac. He's just chilling over here. I'm going to move him. Because this is the 01 to 03 shelf. We got Kurok. We got Gurok. We got, I'm not saying its name. Finally, your children can fly again. I mean, oh, Radiac wings. They were just sitting on the shelf. I forgot where I put him. I'm having another drink. I'm thirsty. He's gone down there too. No, I'm not throwing them. What are you talking about? Afraid I must too bounce. Partying on Bonk, all friends. Nah. YouTube thought you were talking to me. Have a good one, Stevie. I've done this real late to suit me. Not thinking that people watch these. I mean, sometimes. Punrock. The thing about Punrock is I lost his head a while back. I had to buy a new one. And this new head is so goddamn shiny. Like, it's so smooth compared to these other pieces. Look at that. You see that? It doesn't even do it justice. Oh, it's just so smooth and shiny and gorgeous. It's such a good... It's like brand new. My face is so red. But I'm cold. There's Pun Rock. Oh no. Oh no. Crata. Ah. Oh, that really hurt. Oh, just as I passed the 1 minute, the 1 hour mark. What's this guy called? Lirock. Lirock? Yeah. Yeah, Lirock. I was like, is that the Baroque? No, that's Lirock. I should know all this stuff just like instantly. One thing you might notice is all of my Rakshi are kind of blends of dark grey and dark blay. Um, I haven't kind of gotten onto that at the moment. Um, it's something I don't really notice. I don't really have much kind of in the way of being able to tell the difference between color shades. Should probably get that checked out. That's 5 Rakshi. And then 2 rock. 2 rock, 2 rock. There are ants in my pot plant. Not good. What's a Venus flytrap? Do Venus flytraps eat ants? I hope so. It's about time that plant starts looking after itself. 2 rock, there he is. I really love having all 6 Rakshi together to look at them. Gorgeous. But look out, because it's boy of light. He's gonna get you. Takanuva, just in case you weren't aware. I like Takanuva enough. He's fine. He's pretty good to look at, but I think that might just be because of nostalgia of always seeing him in the Jesus Christ, seeing him in the back of instructions and being like, one day, and then I got him and I was like, today. I like his mask, good piece. I used 2 of them in silver on my self mock, who's actually in pieces at the moment. Don't tell anyone. So yeah, he's gonna go back here. I'll put him on the Usanui in a minute. Here it is. Vorox's tail. Martinui must have gotten to him. There he is. Good boy. Oh, he's missing a thorn axe. Oh, there it is. Oh, good. 2 Zamus. Put them in there. And the other 2 pieces of golden armor. The stars. And there's that bag done. I'll save the bag with the Axelara for later. I might get into the suitcase and into the Titan sets. I don't know why I winked. I didn't even really wink. I just kind of closed one eye and half closed another. There we go. Big suitcase. Big suitcase, sorry. I keep forgetting where the mic is. The top pocket is full of Fantoka. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Just hang on a second. I've got to show you how these guys are packed into this little pocket here. Look at that. Don't ask about the socks and shorts combo. It's cold. Missed a lot. No, not really. I've still got a duffel bag, a suitcase, and another shopping bag to undo. Not even halfway. Speaking of, I might order lunch. Maybe after I've done the Fantoke, I'll order lunch. Kyrox. Do you display your Kyrox with arms like this, or arms like this with super long arms? Which way? Because I've seen them like this. I'm pretty sure that's how it is in like the instructions, maybe, or something. I don't know. Get off it, Vampira. I prefer them long. I think short for storage, long for display. That's alright. His wings do look very low down in that way. Antros. Antros is sick as. I think he might be my favorite Fantoka Makuta, like of the three. I think Ikarax is probably the coolest, but that might just be because he's a big boy and he's got a crack arm. But Antros has got like a really cool mask. He's got the really skinny waist because he's the only one that doesn't have an armor piece down here. Yeah. Don't want to be patting myself on the crotch on stream. He's got really cool wing pieces that are unique to him. I really like him. Vampira. Oh no! Dropped a hook. Vampira. Looks most like a bat. And that's a good thing. So I think that's kind of his thing, is that he looks like an actual real life bat. He's got the really little arms. He's got the really little legs. Sorry, he's got big arms with claws on the end, big wings, freaky bat face. Emperor's my favorite Fantoka. He does have his charm. Caught it. I really expected to catch that and it just smashes in my hand. He is pretty cool. He's got his place in my heart. But let's forget about the Makuta because it's time for Toa. For freedom. No, I'm not. I'm not going to sing. I think of these three, Pahatu is my second favorite. Got like the chest ball. Oh, chest ball's the best feature. What's weird about Pahatu, I've noticed, is his only new parts in this toy, apart from recolors, are his mask, his blaster, this piece that holds this lower arm piece, and the silver part here. Everything else is old, kind of recolored or something. And that's something I didn't really think about probably. But I thought, no, most of his torso is just borrowed from Kongu, really. I like his propellers though. I like how they all kind of had different means of flight. I would have preferred if they'd kept with that with the Mystica, and they had like I don't know, like Onua has his own little like hot air balloon blimp dirigible sort of thing. Like that would have been awesome. I would have so bought an Onua set with a hot air balloon on his back. Wish I had chest balls. You came with one simple step. I don't know. I don't like where that's going. I probably wouldn't take the chest balls. So yeah, Pahatu, awesome toy. My favorite of them, however, is Kopaka. Which of the Fantoka Mystique is your favorite, Sir Bonk? Out of the medium-sized sets, or like every set from 2008? Because out of just the medium-sized sets, I think it might be. Ooh, that's a good question. I don't really know. I do quite like this Kopaka, but it's very boring. It's very vanilla, kind of, in the way that he's just an Nika build, same arm and leg build. He's got wings, but that's about it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I don't think it's so much that I love them all. Like I do, but I don't think it's so much that I can't choose. It's just that none of them really jump out at me. I do like Andros a lot. Um, I don't know what it is about him. I think he's just kind of he's got a smooth uh, build. Don't don't record that and make that a soundbite of me saying someone's got a smooth build. Um, it's Andros, all right. Um, I think Vampire's pretty cool. Might be Krika. I really do like Krika. Um, we'll get to him in a minute. Oh, and my least favorite, Liwa. What do you get when you combine the weakest color for a joint with the weakest year of a joint? You get the 2008 lime green Liwa. Look at that. Look at that. That is pathetic. That is a broken joint. Broken joint on a broken man. He's a big floppy. Oh, he doesn't. He. I can't pose him dramatically because his arms don't stay up. Look at that. That's ridiculous. He's so broken. Also, I don't really like the fact that he's predominantly dark grey with lime green highlights. I don't really like what that's about. I like how he's got jetpacks, but I still think he could have just gone. He could have been like if they wanted to make them all have unique ones. Give Lewa, or give the jetpacks to Tahu. Give Lewa like just say he has a mask of levitation and air powers. He'll be fine. he can probably survive flying around like that. So that's all the fan token. Now we get to the inside of the suitcase. Ugh. What do you think of the moustache, guys? I don't like it. Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! Oh, hang on a second. Someone's here. Just gonna mute myself. Be right back. We're back. Sorry, we're back. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm pulling it off yet. I think the thing was that I know like a lot of guys that I found attractive had have mustaches, but I think it's just because of facial features I don't have. Like these, I don't like these cheeks. They don't work with a mustache. Sorry about that. The cat's here. The my sister's cat. I've just put it in the room where we have the food and kitty litter for the time being. after the stream, I'll let them both out and they can kind of prowl around. Stronius, where's his club? Don't know. He can go up here for now with my Transformers just while he waits. Takua! I like this Takua. I think I prefer Takua when he's blue, red, and yellow, because I think that's just like, it's so garish that it's kind of, it makes sense for a torrent of light. But I suppose red and blue kind of works as well because, he's the only blue Matoran in Tarkoro. He can just chill over here with the Tahu with the Toamata until I get Puku out, because she's kind of under all these other Toa Titans. I got a message probably from my mum saying on the way, oh no, that was from Facebook. So what I'm going to do right now, I am going to, sorry, I'm just checking my Twitter. I'm going to order lunch while I'm on stream. I might have a bit of Red Rooster. What do you guys think? You guys have a Red Rooster over there? It's an Australian chain. Probably not. I'm on Menu Log. Today's sponsor. Today has 2 sponsors. So, what else we got here? Oh, the best lime blue set because lime blue. The best lime green set because he's got no lime green joints. Nocturne. I love Nocturne. One of my favorite sets, I think. Oh no. I just popped his foot out. Oops. I thought it had broken, but no, just popped it out. Ugh. Awesome set. Got the 2 swords, got the whip tentacle, got the useless launcher, glow in the dark, lime green, big underbite. I've got an overbite. We can relate, he and I. Suddenly. I'll move Norik. No, don't take over Aruni. Push him across. And he can go with the Baraki. What annoyed me in Ignition was the sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I wish I was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Have you seen how much people get paid to promote that app? It is, it is disgusting how much money they pay people. My God, I'm ordering from Red Rooster, everyone. Look at that. Look at how good that looks. Hang on. Okay, you can't see my address. Okay, I feel like I should point that out. What really annoyed me about the Ignition years was the fact that they kind of got away from having just the blue ones be girls. And they used that to be like, they're all boys now. So, they had all of the Paraka be male, had all of the Baraki be male, had almost all of the Makuta be male. There was 8 Makuta sets that we got in 2008, and 7 of them were male. It just really annoys me that they could have gone, like, they could have had like a femme fatale team of villains, but then we just didn't. Where is his other arm? Where is Simparak's arm? There he is. I actually got this one from my cousin because my cousins and I, we used to have Voparak together. I had Kitongu. My older cousin had Rudaka, which now I think about is a bit dodgy. And my younger cousin had Sidorak. And at one point we built Voparak, and I took him home with me because we were at my house more often. And then the spare pieces got lost by my sister. And so I've spent the last 15 years putting him back together again, putting the 3 sets back together again. and I reached out to my younger cousin. I was like, "Do you want Sidorak back?" And then he posted a meme, and I was like, "I guess not." So now I have Sidorak. Radaka's finished as well. She's at my dad's house still because I've got to give her to my older cousin. I sent him a message that I might I wanted to post on Twitter. It was so good because I posted a picture of the finished set and said your Robothot is ready, and he replied with, "I can't wait to touch the Rachi heads." Sorry, it was very funny. What should I get? Should I get a double Hellfire hot burger? Sounds yummy. There he is, Kitongu. I like Kitongu a lot. He's got a lot of cool functions. He's got 2 cool functions. Check that out, though. Oh, I should have known that was going to happen. Ah, I'll get your eye out of your chest. I actually, because I lost his red Rotuka, I bought a new one online, and then I found the old ones. Now I have 2 red Rotuka. Like that guy that lost his cat, then found his cat, and then found his cat again. So he just has 2 cats that look exactly the same, except me with Rotukas. Thinking I'm going to might go a Hellfire Mega Box. You guys, it's got a Hellfire burger, 2 buttermilk chicken wings, small chicken pops, a regular mash and gravy, small chips, and a 375 ml drink. That's pretty good. Just sharing with you guys my eating habits because I'm fat. I'm gonna go a double hot burger with a Coke. I'm gonna finish my drink here. I'm gonna upsize to large because why not? I like lots of chippies. Yeah, see, the whole maybe there's a massive delay on this. A whole team of female villains is so good. Get me in there, Lego. They would have had that in some other thing at some point, weren't they? Like in a Ninjago wave at some point. I don't know. I stopped paying attention to Ninjago. Hydraxon, there he is. His breathing pipes are way bent out of shape, thanks to being in that box. Suitcase, sorry. Might get a snack as well to go with it. I get like a chicken wing maybe, like one of those chicken strips. Chicken strips. Good reference. I hope you guys got that reference because otherwise it's just me yelling chicken strips. Kodak Blaster. There he is. I like Hydraxon because he's just covered in weapons. He's got too many weapons, and my favorite is the exploding boomerangs because the boomerang is a weapon that is designed that if it fails, it will return to you. You don't want an explosive weapon to return to you if it fails to hit its target. You idiot, Hydraxon. Also, I always pronounce it boomerang. I know it's pronounced boomerang. I just say it wrong because of American shows that go Captain Boomerang, and I just go, oh yeah, boomerang. That's right, isn't it? No, it's boomerang. There's a lesson for you guys. Go ahead and pronounce boomerang because it's an Aboriginal word. It's more likely to have an oo than an o. There he is. He's got 3 knives on here. He's got a blaster here. He's got 2 exploding boomerangs. He's got 2 back blades. He's he is a walking arsenal, and he's the best. I'm just gonna start putting him on the floor. I think there's a lot to go. Seriously, Hakan. He wants to die. Oh, here's a good one. Oh, she's stuck. Puku. Puku rules. Like not just as a character, but as a set. This is such a cool toy. I don't know if you've got it. Was the trend of using Exoforce arms started by Hydraxon, or did that exist earlier than him? In Mox, I mean. I would have assumed in Hydraxon it might have been when it really became popular, because it was because that was when the introduction of the T-piece that he uses to clip them onto the joint. And before that piece, you'd have to build like a whole system hand and then just work out a way to attach that to a bionicle arm. And I was able to do that, but that was with mixel joints, which they didn't have back then. So I don't know when that's actually quite interesting. Yeah, so I wouldn't think I would have thought that's when it really became popular, but I don't know if that's when it first appeared. So yeah, if you don't have Puku, here's an interesting thing about Puku that I love. The coolest toy ever. So awesome. I love it. I don't know where she's going to go. I'm going to put her over here for now. There's a lot of for nows going on. I should have organized these into years when I packed them. I'm just going to quickly finish ordering lunch because it's like nearly 1:30. I won't get a garlic bread. Oh, sorry. Snacks and sides. Alfire wings, chicken loaded chips, crunchy slaw chips, chicken nuggets, cheesy nuggets. That's what I want. Cheesy nuggets. Sweet and sour sauce. Add to water. All right. I'm gonna get my food delivered at some point. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go grab some chicken. And I'm gonna eat that on stream, and you're gonna watch it. And I'll like it. Go to payment. The store's only like around the corner. I could just go and get it, but I won't. I could have just gotten Subway. Subway is meant to be healthier. Subway's only like actually on the same block. It's a weird thing about this town. We have like we don't have any of the big stores like a Maya or anything. We've only got like Coles, no Coles. We've only got like a Target and a Kmart. Don't have any dedicated toy stores, but we have 4 Subways. That's too many Subways for like a city. 4. There's 4 Subways. It's ridiculous. What the hell is cheesy nuggets? It sounds delicious. Cheesy nuggets, my friend. Cheesy nuggets are nuggets with cheese on the inside. Like they get I'm guessing a syringe full of cheese and inject it. Probably not. But yeah, like you bite into it, it's got cheese in the middle. Oh, so good. I'm gonna pay for it through PayPal because I think that's a funny bit. Place my order. Maxilos. Maxilos is one of my favorite Bionicle sets ever. He's got so much posability. He's got big pistons on his sides. He's got posable shoulders from that. He's got a turnable waist. He's a dream to pose. Oh, and he looks gorgeous. Look at that. So good. I love that mask piece he's got. I love these gunmetal masks of life. I love the pistons on the back. Oh, look at that set. Such a good set. The downfall of the set, I feel, is this weapon. Looks bad. I don't like the twin-bladed black fire sword. Cheesy nuggets are made from cheesy chicken, a species of chicken with natural growing cheese inside their muscles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. I'm pretty sure that's what cheesy nuggets are. Because you got chicken nuggets and you got cheesy nuggets, so it makes sense that cheesy is just the substitute for traditional chicken. Sorry, I'm just typing in my PayPal password. Sorry if I'm making you guys hungry wherever you are in the world. I don't know what time it is. Probably not lunchtime like it is here. Midnight snack time. It's always time for a snack, guys. That's my MasterCard. I've got Spinax around here somewhere. He's on the floor. His chain's not long enough. I think I've got not enough chain around Spinax's neck, and I've got too much chain on Huki and Nika. Because that chain's like loops around, is dragging on the ground, and Maxilos is pretty much holding Spinax's throat. So I think that there's going to have to be some redistribution of chain, if you will. Now, order confirmed, delivering in about 10 minutes. That's good stuff. Did you see my address? I hope not. Yeah, I've gotten an email, I've gotten a text, and I've gotten an app notification. That seems unnecessary for a spur of the moment order of some chicken. Usanui, awesome set. Such a dumb thing to have in the plot. Doesn't make sense. But it does this. So all is forgiven. Landing gears. It's got a big grey mask on it. It's got 6 Rakshi pods for the 6 Rakshi that it's used to build it, along with the Baroque Hull. I use it to store my Shadow Krater. Get that on Bricklink. Get that up here. There you go. That's not what it's. That's just a thing. That's don't worry about that. What I find really weird about this set is here he is, the pilot. It's a pain to get his staff off him. It's a boring staff weapon by today's standards. The thing that I don't like about it is that to get Takanuva on it, you've got to get this hole in his crotch and this big beam here. You've got to slide that beam into his crotch hole. And I hate that so much. Oh, his head's around the wrong way still. Hang on. It's yuck. It's a very disturbing thing to have to do to get on your motorbike or whatever this thing is. I call it a motorbike. I called it a motorbike in a joke tweet. So, joke is generous. I got to twist his arms to get them around the edges as well. It's a real nightmare to get him on there, but once he's on, God, does it look good. Slide it slowly. That's a bit. I will not slide it slowly. I don't want to draw it out any more than I have to. There he is. And then you flip that round. No, you don't, because his feet are in the way. Flip that round, and there he is. Flying at the speed of light, and that's an actual canon thing that doesn't make sense. Just because he has light powers doesn't mean he can travel at the speed of it. That makes no sense. What can Toa of sound travel at the speed of sound? Can Toa of plant life travel at the speed of a growing plant? No. What? No. Doesn't make sense. I don't like it. Ugh. He's back there with the Rakshi. But look out, because here comes trouble. It's Makuta. Another really cool set. Not much posability in the legs, unfortunately, but that's just because he's a product of his time. Is that my food here already? I might have to open that window after all just to see if the menu log guy is here. Yeah, pretty. It's a decent set considering the time. It doesn't have a lot of posability, as I said. I kind of like this swivel thing. You can give him his weapon, use him to knock people over. What annoys me a bit is that he does have the silver evokies for the hands, which, like, releasing him at the same time as the actual Mask of Light, sorry. And then being like, yeah, it's a really rare mask. You can only get it in this set in gold, or in this set in silver. It's just a bit shaky. Yeah, it just seems a bit weird to kind of go, yeah, it's available in this set or this set. It just doesn't, whichever one you want. If you want to get the hero or the villain, which I suppose that's fine, I guess. Have it in the hero and villain sets. But, you know, I feel like would have made more sense if it was just included in the set for the guy that wears it. So he's going to go up here with his sons. Here we go. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Oh, we're stuck on a strap. Mazika. It's such a pain to get those legs out, I swear. But this set, I really like Mazika. swivels around, he tilts up and down. He's got the big Y cartridge for the. They call it a Midax Sky Blaster. It's actually a Zama launcher, but it's got silver bolts. So I suppose in canon it's a Midax Sky Blaster. I've pointed out before that he's got a mat that there's a. I don't know what the deal is with Mazika having a huge cannon between his legs, but I suppose that's just me reading into it. Mazika is one of the coolest Matoran. I don't know where I'm going to put him. I suppose when I reorganize all of this stuff later on. When I reorganize this stuff later on, I'll work that out. Club. Stronius. I like Stronius. Alright, he's alright. I like his big shoulder pads. Have I never seen that set? What's that? Mazika? Is that the set you've never seen? That's a 2008 set. He's really, it's a really cool set. He never showed up in canon apart from a couple of story serials. I recommend. Stop. I recommend reading Brothers in Arms. It's very good. This is another set that I ripped to pieces to be able to fit. Won't take a second. Get the wings. Where's the other wing? There it is. Don't know what that black joint is from. Oh, that's from that. Yeah. Putting it together. Voltraz. Spoiler alert. I'm getting the seat Voltraz. My favorite part about the sets like this, vehicle sets, is the seats that they give the characters, because they're normally like it'll either be like they're just sitting on a Technic beam, or they're sitting on like an armor piece. Put his hand in there. Voltraz and his Skyfighter. My favorite part is you can open it up and have the spare ammo. I might try and shoot this at someone. Oh, not at someone, at the. I've got a Lego thing I'm building over here. I'm going to try and break it. No, it did not get far enough. It didn't even reach it. I was hoping to just smash through one of the windows that I put up, but no, that's fine. There he is, Voltraz. Good set. I like this kind of. The thing about here's the interesting thing about this set. I rebuilt it later, and I used a set from a beam from a Technic set, and I didn't realize until I looked at the bottom. It's got a Technic sticker on it. Because I had it like on top of my shelf, kind of hanging over the edge like this. And so I laid down in bed and I looked up and I just saw Lego Technic. And I was like, God damn it. Didn't replace it. Because why would I? Here we go. Almost finished with the suitcase. Then it's just another green bag and the duffel bag. You have to watch me eating too much burger. Bees Churger. This is Makuta Icarax. Yeah, this is the one with the extremely broken leg joint. So the ball just sits in the socket, held up by this one. He's a really cool set. He's got this spinning shield. I don't know what this is meant to be. Ultras is a Technic Mockers confirmed. Oh yeah, definitely. He loves all the he's got the Technic cherry picker. Oh, my order has left the restaurant. Alana has left the restaurant with your order. Is Alana delivering it, or is she stolen from me? I'm gonna track it. It also has the Mask of Shadows, which is actually a later mold with only 4 cheek holes, not 6. But that's fine. Yep. I'm in a different way. Interesting tactical Alana. I like Menulog because it's not as evil as Uber Eats, from what I hear. Also, we don't have Uber Eats here, so I'm only on Menulog. I will have to get up in a second to go and retrieve my chicken. Takanuva. I don't like that Takanuva was a Titan set. It's a really cool set, but I still think it would have been better off if he had like a set that was like him as a Fantoka style Toa, uh, flying around on a like another vehicle set with him flying around on a new version of the Usanui, like souped up, and instead of having Charles' mask on the front, it has the Olmec that he used to get to Kardanui. I think that would have been so cool. Ah, but still, it's pretty alright. Got a big and obnoxiously large weapon. Oh, there goes Alana. There she is, pulling up. I'm just gonna go grab my food, guys. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna mute this so you don't hear me make awkward banter. I got chicken. I'm probably not gonna eat too much on stream because I know that's gross, and the only person that can do that and pull it off is Macaulay Culkin. Um, so I'm just gonna finish off this. This is mostly just a countdown of my sets. It's not really a countdown either. It's not in any order. This is mostly an inventory of my sets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chicken out of that duffel, not out of the suitcase. Show you the nugget. Okay, I'll show you the nuggets. Red Rooster. I've posted about Red Rooster on my main account. Red Rooster, I swear, is a drug front because there is never anyone in there, but they're always open. So here's the nugget. Looks no different, but it's got sesame seeds on the outside as well. And then, yep, cheese on the inside. Love a good cheesy nugget. Duffel bag. Oh, it tastes amazing, I assure you. Okay, what we got in here? Whoa! Oh, take a look at this. Yes. You thought the cheesy nuggets looked amazing. Nuvok. No room for Nuvok. Levac Cal or Carl. Tarnok Carl. I've got 11 Borok in here. Might as well get through them. Korak. Garlock. Parak. Garlock Carl. Tarnok. Levac Carl. I love round boys. How many have I got left? Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There should be 2 more. Parak Carl. And what am I missing? I'm missing Nuvok Carl. Is he in the side? Where is he? Oh, here he is. Hiding in plain sight. Nuvok Carl. I've got all of the Burrock and all of the Burrock Carl except Korak Carl. Do you guys ever get a Star Soldier at all? Yeah, the knockoff Bionicles. So I got a Star Soldier set free in a show bag once, which I don't know if that's an Australian thing or what. But it was basically like a freebie with a bunch of other toys that I got. And it was a Star Soldier. It was the combiner made out of the Borok. Like it was a Borok Kaita, but with Borok Cal parts or Carl parts. I don't know if it's Cal or Carl. Instead of silver, they were all in dark grey. And I've still got a bunch of those parts. They're pretty good parts, all things considered. Missing mask. The thing about this style of mask was that you put it in a bag with a bunch of other ones, and it's gone. Like that, I'm gonna have to look around for that. Kopaka Nuva. There he is. He's all together. Oh, it's weird looking at him with the mask backwards there. When I first got this set, I bought it from Bricklink, and they sent it to me with one of these in silver and one of these in light grey from an Alpha Team set or an Agent set or something. I was like, this is fine. They didn't know any better. I'll just buy it. This is gonna have to be so much reorganizing. I'm gonna eat a chip or something, I think. Bring the bag over. Here's my meal. Yummy, yummy. Turns out I have too many Bionicles, I've decided. I'm not going to get rid of any of them, but it's just something I have to live with. Carly Nuva. Also missing her mask. So she's going to be over here with Bahatu. Jesus Christ, this is Tahu Nuva. He's missing his mask and a leg. But luckily, the leg's just there. And so is the mask. I don't like the Kanohi Nuva. There's no such thing as too many bonkles, my friend. That is correct. There's no such thing as too many bonkles, just not enough storage space. I might make these shelves taller. Up on the top shelf, I've got. So these. Oh, this is weird. So here's my shelf so far. I've got Bionicles on these 3. Then up here, I've got my Earth-S Transformers, and also Stronius, because he's just chilling up there. Up there, I've got my iGear Seekers and my Studio Series half a Devastator. Then here I've got my big Lego Star Wars. I can't. This is so hard to direct. R2D2, BB-8, K2SO, Boba Fett, and Death Star. Up here, the Sydney Opera House being invaded by Baroque at the moment. My DC sets, Molten Man, Mandalorian Battle Pack. Up here I've got my turntable, what's it called? Record player, Lego Dinosaur Skeletons, and some Mega Blocks Skylanders, because I loved Skylanders back in the day. Up here, Shield Helicarrier, my Soundwave collection, and way up the top, Pirate Bay, and my First Order collection. Yeah, I got the First Order Seekers on eBay as a lot. I was like, I want Thundercracker, and I would just get iGear Lightning, and then they were like, do you want the other two? And I was like, all right. Now I kind of want an Acid Storm, but I don't like iGear Acid Storm's shade of green. I prefer the vibrant, bright green, so I might end up getting the Siege one at some point. If I can get it without, like, I have nothing against the other Rainmakers, but I don't really want to get all three at once. Now, some lighter, they're good boys though. Now, I packaged Bolter. I balled him up to kind of store him. I don't know what this pose is. Is this yoga or is this something else? Legs out, head out, arms. Good boy. I like Bolter. I like the Voyatoran mostly. I don't like that they don't have eyes and that their heads are a bit annoying to turn. Also, Bolter has rickety arms, but yeah, it's fine. He's trying to be a Bohrok. He's trying and failing so very much to be a Bohrok, but at least he's trying. He can go here. Also, Garan's doing something similar, except he knocked his mask off doing it. Good chips. You go to Australia, got to go to Red Rooster. There he is. I don't know about these arms, but I kind of like just how weird and bizarre they are. They're pretty cool. There's a fun fact with those, with Garan and Bolter, you can combine them to make Cannon Dizalk. The fun fact for you. Here's Onua. He's missing a head. Some of them lost their mask. Onua lost his head. I literally don't know where. Oh, there it is. Sick. Again, I don't really like the masks of that movement. Visorak. Sucrack was the first Visorak I got. The only one I got in 2005. I bought the rest of them later, and now I don't have all of Sucrak's parts, so I've just got I've got every Bohrok except every Visorak except Sucrack. I like the Visorak; they're cool. I had enough parts of him to build Zyvon ones, which is good because Zyvon is such a sick combiner. What's cooler than 6 giant spiders? 1 giant scorpion. That's what. Also got Votarak. Dark red and bright orange is a really good color combo. Oh no, he's missing a leg armor piece. I'm gonna save some chips to put them on my burger. Chips and burger, good stuff. Unarak, another great combo of colors, black and Keat orange. It's so nice, and I like his kind of angular fangs, mandibles, whatever you call them. I think they're fangs. Oh my god, Bolter, you've got such long swords. These chips are so salty. Here he is. Pure of heart, dumb of ass. It's not really pure of heart. He's just dumb. Cracker. He is big. And he's friends with Nadiki. I like how he's got a couple of little features, like he has the turning head. It also turns his whole chest armor, so I don't really know about that. But he's also got the BAM! Disc launcher that shoots a Pometry disc for some reason. I've got a lot of nostalgia for the 2004 Titan sets, which is weird because I only had Navork around that time. Um, I got Cracker and Nadiki much later, but I just love having these sets in hand and just looking at them because they're just such nice reminders of 2004. 2004 was good. What happened in 2004? We had an Olympics, had an election. Oh, America did. I don't think Australia did. Hmm. What was the 2004 Olympics? Where was that? Hmm. The 2000 Olympics was Sydney. 2004, no, 2008 was Beijing. Hmm. What was 2004? Nadiki. Such a good set. I do kind of like that um, people have. Uh, like this set has inspired the mocks of his Toa form. That so now he's dark. Like the Toa sets, the Toa mocks of him are like dark green and silver, and he's got this blade piece for his scythe, and he's got this piece on his chest. He's got these pieces on his thighs. It's inspired a lot, and I really like that. That is kind of the people have kind of looked at this set and gone, well, if what we're building is what this came from, and I suppose that kind of makes sense. And I like that. He's only got an Onimetry disc for some reason, though. He's a Toa Bear. I'm not chippy. Oh. Bogarak, or as Josie, aka the Legend of Martinui, likes to call them, inflation porn spiders. Ask her about it. Actually, don't. 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 Just watch or listen to the Gathered Friends episode about 2005. There are 3 episodes for 2005. I think it's the third 2005 episode. Where they call Bograk the inflation porn spiders because one of their Rotuka powers is called inflation, which is it just causes the opponent to swell up. It's no good. It hasn't aged well. I think they looked up that I'm not going to get into the history of inflation porn. Chippy, Rock. I think that the color scheme of Marta Brown and Bright Red works surprisingly well here because you wouldn't think brown and red work well together. I don't think brown works together with a lot of colors. I think some versions of the Teen Titan Terra has a brown and yellow costume. I think that kind of works well enough. Unhealthy economic spider. Yeah, that's. I think unhealthy economy spiders is a lot more. I'd prefer that over inflation porn spiders. But we can't live in a perfect world, can we? um, yeah, Kikanalo. Kikanalo. I used to have this set way back when, and I lost so many parts from it over the years. I don't even know how my mum got a hold of it because it was like a special edition set in Australia. It probably would have only been in like a Toys R Us or something. We didn't have a Toys R Us in this town, so I don't know how she got her hands on it, but she did, and it's such a good set, especially with the other half of the set, Lacan. That's his name, not Nadigi. There's not really a way to clip him in. There's a thin spot where his legs can go, but fuck's sake, falter. Jesus. There's a space where like a thin part where his legs can go between, and a bit of fluff. His legs can go between, and there's like a kind of pad of armor where his bum can sit on it, and so he kind of rides it. I prefer to kind of display them separately, like standing next to each other. I think that kind of makes both of them look a bit more impressive. And I think because Likan is a really good Toa that kind of stands on his own as a toy. He could have easily been like just a seventh Toa Metru set, and it wouldn't have batted an eyelid. He's just like a special edition one, like the Toa Haga. Like that could have just been like Yeah, and totally calm, and I would have been fine with that because it's really good set. But the fact that they packaged it with a Kiknala as well is really good. I like it. Getting towards the end. Peruke's doing it too. Chicken popper. Yummy. Peruke. Anyone in the chat got any strong opinions about Peruke? Anyone particularly fond of him? Perhaps? Oh wait, I don't know how long the delay is. He's a good boy. Yes, he is, and you better watch out with what you say about him. It's rare for someone to be threatened about Peruke. I like him. He's fine. I just reckon that I could take him in a fight. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's got anxiety like me. I can relate to him. Listen. Dalu. Dalu's got a bit of dirt around the mouth of her mask because that's an old mask, and also all of her silver feet pieces are like chipped a bit. I kind of put her towards the back usually of the Woinui Matoran. I need some chips. My chips are going cold. Hafu, the MVP of Bionicle. Another Hafu original. I really like Hafu. And that's good because Hafu really likes himself. We can go here. I also quite like her peak. The chances of being killed over Peruke is low, but never zero. He has got shredder claws. I'll admit that. He's decent in a fight. Kopik. I like Kopik. I kind of like the Caldy Matoran from 03. I don't like the fact that there's three. No, there's two Garmatoran, two Pomatoran, and two Komatoran. Because now you have to repaint if you want to make an accurate post rebuilding Onumatoran or Lematoran. Ali. And here we have the Turaga. Oniwa. Or Onawa, however you say it. However you say it is the correct way, because it's, I don't know. It's gross watching people eat, isn't it? Nakama. She's got such long arms. Nuju. Where's his mask? There it is. No! Don't drop the mask on the chicken. I'm having another nug. Vakama. I saw Vakama once at a garage sale, and I didn't get him. And I regretted that for so long. But now he's mine. Aha! Anua. Wenua. He's tiny. Matao. He's quirky. I love that mask. I hate and love it. Here we go. Metrotorin. I've only got 4 of them together. I'm still missing like the eye stalks or something on Vizela and Nuri? No, I've got Nuri. I guess I'm missing the eye stalk on Orkan. Nuju just wanted some chicken. Nuju is not getting chicken. He's not getting chippy dippies either. There's no 4 sets on the shelf. There's going to have to be an overhaul after this, I swear. Akmu. I don't like what Akmu is about. I was actually doing a thing for that fanfic thing I was doing. I'm probably not going to continue in the way I was doing it originally. I'm not going to write. I might just do like a video where I outline the details. And one of the details was going to be that the Pometry Great Disc, Okmu didn't hide it, or like he didn't know where it was, and it was like in a statue or whatever. He found it and hid it, and he found it and he stole it, found it and sold it to a to someone at a Pometru black market. And so the Toa had to kind of go on a quest to find it again, and like go into this black market, and then it gets raided by Vaki, and yeah, that would be a kind of interesting thing that because Bionicle didn't really go into this sort of like the underground kind of black markety stuff, except for like that one Vaki animation where they bust in on the Matoran smugglers. Tehuti got hiccups now. Getting towards the end, guys. Okay. What else is in this bag? What's his name? Kazi. It's weird. Kazi is the name of my family doctor. I don't remember her first name, but her surname is Kazi, spelled the same. Kazi. It's pretty cool. Might have some chicken thingies. What are these ones called? Poppers? I don't know. Lee Wanuva. Windfly. I'm not going to throw him. I should stop doing stuff like that where I pretend to throw something and throw it for a bit, then catch it again. I did that with my mate's measuring tape at work the other day and just smashed it on the ground, and it wouldn't come out again. I should stop doing that. I've got to buy him a new one, but I'm not at work today, so. Velika, the man behind the slaughter. There he is. He's a bad dude. So with Pomatoran being evil, because you have Akmu and you have Velika. Or any other? No, Huki's alright. No, but he was a Toa for a lot of the time. Without the second half of the story. Anua was a prick when he was a Matoran, but he was still a prick when he was a Toa. Oh yes, I'm so sorry. How could I forget? Haha, makes glass. Uh, that's such a good quote. Someone should snap that up as a Twitter handle. Mm. Here we go. And even when your hope is gone. Can you see that? Yeah, there it is. It's not the green flashing one that I accidentally Frankenstein together. He's also missing all of his Zammers because there is nothing to hold them in. You know, Garly's mask. There she is with her twisty leg. Matoro. I'm gonna have to press this on all of them. I replaced the batteries for a reason. I really like the Toa Eniga, which is weird because I know they get a lot of flack because you know they pioneered the boring build that's the same for all of them, but they didn't. The Paraka did. No, yes, because the Paraka was the template that the Eniga built from. But I like them. I think they're really solid sets. Nuparu. Laser drill. Hey, I freaking remembered. Hey, you freaking remembered. I thought it was like midnight or something for you, man. What are you doing? Oh no. This claw is extremely chewed up. Capped at my dad's house, I'll tell you what. Later, but yeah. Well, I'm more or less done because I'm also currently eating at the moment. We stopped the stream for a second before because I had to go I had to go get my lunch that I had ordered. Some chippies. Want some chips? I'm working. It's hard to swallow those chips. I'm working 3 RDs this week. What's 3 RDs? Or thirds? Thirds. What's thirds? Such an idiot. Yuki. See, how long that chain is? That's too long. But laser axe. Coolest weapon name. Third shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. God damn, working the night shift. That's brutal. Working somewhere that doesn't have a night shift, well, it does, but not my department. I don't have to worry about that stuff, and I feel lucky every day because I don't know how. I don't think I'd be able to do it. You're a hero, Harley. There she is. Laser harpoon. It's a darker green than I thought it would be. Angela, an energized fire sword or flame sword. One Zammer. One shot, one kill. No luck, all skill. Oh, good stuff. These are the toys that defined us. The Toa Inaka or Inika. They're such good sets, really. You'll notice we're staying mostly confined to this corner of my room. The main reason is the rest of my room is a bit messy. I'd like to do a room tour at some point because I've got some pretty cool stuff on display. but I'll have to tidy up at the moment because I've been doing a lot of Lego building, so I've got all of my Lego boxes out. Here he is, ACAB number one, Vorzak. I remember the names of the Vaki. I don't remember the names of their weapons. I think this is the staff of erasing, maybe. Have another cheesy nugget. That's cold. That's gone cold. I might stop for a minute and just eat before my food gets too cold. Stuff of erasing, not arousing. Actually, yeah, I've been told that my accent makes me oh shit, makes me mispronounce certain words. And I did a tweet before, a couple of weeks back, about how I pronounce the Decepticon communications officer. I can't say his name properly. I say it as Sandwave because when I start talking about Soundwave, see, it sounds like Sandwave. Hmm. Having a bit of a snack. Oh, the fourth person has joined just while I'm just eating some chippies. This must be entertaining. Also, your accent is dope. Just giving you shit. Oh, good. Uh, my accent I find annoying when talking to Americans. This is my first completed year collector's standard release. Damn. My first was 2010 because there was 6 sets. I see the opportunity for a joke and I must take it. Oh, that's understandable. Yeah, you got to take a joke where you can. It's a fat chip. So anyway, how are you guys today? Who's watching? Can I find out? No. Hmm. That's disappointing. I agree. 06 is sick. Before I can finish it, I still need to find the rest of the parts for 3 of my Paraka and Brutaka and Vizon and Fenrak, and I have to buy Axon because I still don't have Axon. I would really like Axon. I really wanted in 2006. I wanted Axon so much. I told my mum and dad I wanted Axon for Christmas. Sat on Santa's lap, and I told Santa that I wanted Axon. My mum had to describe to Santa what Axon is, and I woke up on Christmas morning and unwrapped my present, and it was Brutaka. My mum was like, "They're right Axons," and I never forgave her. No, no, I've been searching. I've been chasing that high ever since. Um, I could probably get him on Bricklink fairly cheaply. Hmm. Just can't be bothered at the moment. Right now, I'm wasting all my money on Transformers. Trying to finish Earthrise, but a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Yeah, exactly. Brutaka is a really good set. He's got like plates and plates of armor. He's got he's got those things on the kind of blades on the back. He's got a really cool weapon. He can hold his arms up, unlike Axon. But yeah, I was just super keen on Axon. Classic TTB debate: Paraka or Baraki? Oh, Baraki. Hmm. They've got more unique sets, I think, and I kind of like their their kind of motivation of we had everything and all of it was taken from us, and now we're going to take it back. I think that's better than we want the mask, please. Give me the mask, boss. Hang on, hang on, hang on. What? You can get me Astro Train's map paste? Are you serious? Because I've still got Siege Astro Train in my lounge room, and every time I look at him, I just shake my head and just go, oh, he's just. I wanted Earthrise and I got Siege. Um, I think Baraki says Baraki personality. I like the Baraki's personality of always kind of double crossing one another, and the fact that they kind of carry that over to the Baraki is it works well for the Baraki. I like them like that, but also it's just kind of the same thing. So I think the Baraka did it better because I did it first. Do you think I can throw this in my mouth? Hey! I didn't think I could do that. Hmm. Man, if I can get Astro Train's map off you in any way, that would be so. I would be eternally grateful. Really, that's kind of that's. Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm terrible with aim, so I didn't think I could do that. I'm gonna try it again. Oh my god! I didn't think I could do that. Should I go for a third? I'm gonna go hefty one. Oh, like Icarus, I have flown too close to the sun. You can't understand how devastating that is for me. I should never have gone for the third. I'll go back to stream in a second. I'll eat my burger and stuff later. Alright. I'll take my jacket off. Yeah. Okay, I'll finish this now. Bordak. Staff of. Oh, what is it? The staff of? Staff of. It's not a raising. Confusion? No, I think that might be Kirak. Bonk strips live on stream. Oh hell yeah! No, I'm not even gonna lift my shirt. That's just sleeves on just like bare arms on display. That's enough. I don't like you can even see like the tan line. Something like that. I never wear anything with like no sleeves. I even to the beach I will wear. I won't go shirtless. I really can't remember what Bordak's weapon is. Um, I have no idea. Rozak. This is the staff of. I know this one. This is the one that lets them locate people. It's not the staff of location. Staff of. Yeah, I think most people struggle with the Vaki because they're so interchangeable, and none of them really do anything noteworthy in story. Um, they only used two of them in Legends of Metro Nui. Um, what is he? He's got the staff of searching, maybe? No, it's the one that lets them find people. I remember that in the animation, we kind of see inside the Vaki's head, and it's like searching through all of them. Detection. That might be it. That might be the thing. Here's my phone. I'm going to check it right now. I'm on it. BS. Oh, Biosector 01. Staff of. No, it's not detection. Oh, I'm going to find out. Which one was it? Rawzak. Rawzak with a silent H on the end because it's 2004. Staff of Presence. I would never have guessed that. That's a cool picture though. Staff of Presence. The Nurak. I could not think of what that staff would be. Could not name a power, could not name anything from that. I've got nothing. It's a fun game. Here we go. Staff of Confusion on Kirak. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. No. It's the one that pushes your brain back in time. It's real overpowered. Maybe that is Confusion. What are the other ones? Oh, the only one left is Zadak. I don't know what Zadak has at all. My God. Okay, after this, after I've done Zadak, I'm going to look him up. I don't know what Zadak is either. They're all so interchangeable. I don't know why I have all of them. So the Staff of Presence on Rawzak, which here it is. Staff of Presence allow the Rawzak to see or hear what the target sees or hears without the target's knowledge. Have the longest lasting effects of all the stun staffs. Cool. Visorak powers away. Yeah, but I remember Visorak powers like Votarak. It's got the power to go into a berserker rage where it can't feel pain. It's got the scorching pain. Rotuka. Roparak can absorb energy. Bogarak can make you inflate on land, inflate in the water, or turn to dust on land. It's got sonic hums that can turn you into stone or gas. That's the most overpowered one. That's ridiculous. They really are all the Staff of Confusion. I was right with the Rawzak with the Staff of Erasing. Temporarily eliminate the target's higher mental functions, leaving intact only motor skills. That seems like a violation of the Geneva Convention, but all right. Staff of Confusion on Kirak. Yeah, that's right. Scrambles target's sense of time and place to prevent further troublemaking. Seems a bit much. Staffs of Suggestion makes target more susceptible to suggestion. That's an understandable one. Like that's one I know what it is. I can read it, but it's still that's extremely like the thing about the Vaki. I know that this is the point of them is that they're just way over the top super cops, but that is extremely not okay. The Border has the Staff of Loyalty. Fill a target with a strong desire for order. Don't like that. And Nurak has a Staff of Command. Fills target's mind with a single overriding command that is obeyed until the staff's effect wears off. Yeah. So they're all kind of mind control in some way. And no one can tell them apart. Even me. Bonk. We're nearly at the end of the duffel bag. Then we'll just have the last bag to do. Matao. My boy. The boy who was so determined to make love canon. Greg hates him. Greg wrote him. I don't know what Greg's deal is. Nuju. My set whose all of his white components are discolored. One of my first Bionicle sets. The cross-wired freak, Vakama, with a jetpack weapon. This launcher is simultaneously the worst and best weapon of all of the Tormentor. Thematically, Vaki should be interchangeable and indistinct because they are cold and hollow reflections of an aspect of Toa that Makuta funded to make Toa obsolete, similar to Transformers Viacons. I can understand that, but also at the same time, I hate them. uh, Nakama. I much prefer this shade of her mask compared to Dalu's. But here's a little known fact. Dalu and Nakama have different shades of mask. Dalu's is slightly lighter because she's mostly light blue, whereas Nakama's is slightly darker because she's mostly dark blue. I think I prefer the dark blue over the light blue. Onua. My favorite quote in all of Bionicle. No, I can't even remember it now. It's something. All that time over his forge must have cooked his head. It's simultaneously so soft and so harsh. I love it. Like I can't keep their trans color game together. Well, no, I think that was intentional. I think it was just cast in a different color because the two characters were different colored. And then Onua, who is way too stubby and short. I don't like his really little torso. Oh, yeah, by the way, Nakama, my first Bionicle set, I'm pretty sure. There's a fun fact for you. One of my earliest memories is walking into Kmart and seeing this massive wall of telemetry canisters and just, good stuff. Also, but the thing about Wanua is he can do this. He can be everyone's favorite meme, everyone's favorite Bionicle meme. There he is. You guys know that meme? There's a really good one where Wanu is laying like this, and Toa Ignika is standing on top of him like the skyboard. And here we go, Beasties, Bionicle Beast Wars, the Toa Horika. I don't like the. Here's my Nando v Movies style. One small change to 2005. The Toa Horika should not be turning into beastly creatures. They should be turning into Visorak. That I feel like that fixes a lot of issues with 2005. If they were like slowly getting more impulses to follow the horde and become and kind of become compliant, and Vakama, or I would prefer Mateo, and became like they kind of fell under that spell a lot quicker. I feel like that would be a much cleaner plot than they're turning into Mateo should be the traitor, they're turning into animals and they'll lose themselves. Why would the Visorak want that? The Visorak say that they want everything to be quiet and still. Why are they making big screaming wolf monsters? They should be wanting to make more Visorak. That should be their thing, is that they are sweeping through the universe, turning everything into them. That's my opinion, at least. That they're kind of assimilating all life to become Visorak. I think that would be cool. And maybe they kind of promise Matau, if you come work for us, capture your friends, let us take Metro Nui, we will turn you back. And I think that's the kind of thing Matau would go, well, all right, I'll do that. So yeah, that's my pitch for a 2005 fix. Winua. I like these little things he's got, the thumpers. I don't like that they're in like this bit's in rubber as well, so it doesn't quite fit in there properly. It kind of like goes around and bendy. But they're cool. I like how you push them like that. They look like little hearts. Sorry about the hiccups. Vakama. I don't know why I have all of the Hordika. To be fair, Leo always losing control of himself and Nadiki's fall, Lesvic's failure all make Airtel look really weak. Adding Matau to that may be overkill. Well, I feel like Lesvic's failure. I don't know if that's just him being weak. I feel like that was just that's a bit harsh. um, uh, that does make an interesting point that there's already 3 Toa of Air that have um, in some way fallen to the evil, making a 4th. I don't know how that would work, really. Maybe they could do it with someone like Onewa, who was already kind of not quite sold on the whole Toa Metru team. Like he doesn't really like anyone else there. And even after he's had his arc or whatever, he still kind of believes his thing. Um, of that thing he says at the start of Legend of Metro Nui, where he says, "I'm doing this for Lacan, no one else." And that's kind of his thing. He doesn't work well on the team, and I feel like in 2005 he still isn't working that well with the team. So if Sidorak and Rudaka were like, "Hey, you want to betray these guys you really hate," and he's like, "Well, all right." I suppose that makes a bit more sense. This has been a good workshop. And lastly, Nuju. I like his Hordika teeth. I like Mr. Ryan's interpretation where he's got like his hands are up here on the end. It's pretty cool. I don't like how he's got the scope on this eye. That's a bit weird. I suppose that's fine. And now the duffel bag is just full of loose Xanospheres. And on this side of the duffel bag, Onepu, or Onepu, whatever you call him. He's going to stand up here. Oh, no, he's not. But there's a couple of other Burok Var. I love the Burok Var so much. I'm going to put them on my laptop. There's one of them. Parak Var, okay, the goat dog. None of them have their crana. They've all come loose. Nuvok Var. Tamak Var. Korak Var. When you guys think of the Burok Var, I think they rule so hard. They're tiny and adorable, and they've got little feet. Oh, I got a little black Fiku. I think a better arc is Mattel being persuaded to the Horde, leaving on his own, Vakama being driven crazy and corrupted by Rudaka, and then Mattel appeals to him as having been in that situation before. That's a good one. I like that. I think that works, and it kind of gives both characters, or at least gives Mattel a bit more agency in his kind of arc than him just replacing Vakama. Levac Var. He's got tiny little swords. Garlock Var. We've also got Tanma. I just did that for the rest of the stream. Just did the orchestral version of Gravity Hurts. I mean, another cheesy note. How many cheese nuggets we got left? 2 left. Make them count. Nearly done, guys. I won't keep you much longer. Photalk. Ow. Where does Tanma get his name from? This Photok is from Photo or Photon. Solak is from Solar. What's Tunma? Enema. What of our Lord and Savior Solak? Here he is. I don't like him. I don't like what he's about. And that is the duffel bag empty, except for the Krana and the Zammers. Listen to this. That's all Zammers. That's 19 Zamaspheres just rolling around. Var aren't listed as having weapons, are they? Do the Paratonic Var have hands after hands? No, they have weapons. They have weapons, yeah. They've got ice picks, katanas, a hook, a fire staff, a stone hammer, and claws. I think the Nuvok Var's weapons are attached to his hands the same way that Onua's are. Maybe being around all those Avmatoran gave him a tan. That's why it's called Tanma. It probably is tan. It's probably something like that, I swear. All right, last bag. You guys ready? Gosh, I wonder what's in this bag. Krika. All he wants to do is save the universe. Is he allowed? No. I really like Krika's design. Yeah, probably my favorite. Mystico or Fantoka. Gorast. Yeah. I think Gorast is pretty cool as a character. I don't really like her design as much. I think Krika is probably the strongest Mystique and Makuta, like design wise. Her wings are pretty cool. They make good swords for a mech or whatever. If you're building a mech mock. My cheesy nuggets are getting cold, so I'm eating my last one. I'll leave the chips and burger and stuff for after the stream. Batil. Not a fan of him as a set. He's just bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my Batil Defender fans, but oh no. I like his swords, kind of. I like how he's got these kind of big beetly wings, but yeah, just no. He's got long arms and a tiny body. Like Gross is holding onto the shelf above the Makuta display, hanging down. It's a really good look. Oh, I could say that with the kind of claws hanging off. I was saying my teeth. What I do kind of like about him though is his head being a Vaki head backwards. I think that's really cool. I don't know. Where is your weapon, Garly? Garly, the silver tower with a blue mask. Oh, waffle eye. What I really sorry, what I really dislike about the Mystica is that two of the three of them don't even have like a melee weapon with their blaster. It's just Garly's got a ghost blaster with a laser sight, and Anua's got a ghost blaster with a laser sight that he holds kind of like a minigun, which is pretty cool. I'll admit. I'll give you that. But it's just, but it's just not interesting, really. Like if they'd given her an extra weapon and a ghost blaster, or either of them, really. Anua's got a shield on his shoulder, but is that really anything? I also really like this adapted Picari Nuva. Oh, there's my phone. Tweeted a pic of it. It's called. I'm having a look on my Twitter. No, that's menu log. Here's Twitter. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, oh yeah, I see how that works. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that. For people watching the stream after the fact or something, here you go. Also follow at see I don't Corfu Man. Just search Shark Wolf Dark Wolf. It's good stuff. There's a plug. Big Mama Ghost Blaster. I don't really like the weapon. I think Ghost Blaster is a pretty cool name. But it sounds like something the Ghostbusters would use. It sounds like it's used for shooting ghosts, not that it was made by ghosts. I mean, it wasn't really made by ghosts, made by people that call themselves ghosts. Jeez, I'm going to blush. I really like that Picari Nuva adapted version, and I kind of like the red wings and jets. That's pretty alright. But yeah, also it's very thin for an Anua, and I imagine Anua bulky. Not much left now. There's Vican. He's got his wings somewhere. Don't know where. There he is. The boy with the shaky mask. Toa Ignika or Ignika. I think Ignika sounds better because it's like ignite, and the thing is that it's meant to ignite the Great Spirit's heart. Picari is better at the mystery adaptations. Yeah, I agree. I don't really like. I like the How Nuva for the design. I don't really like it as an adaptation or as an adapted form of the How Nuva. How cool is this color scheme? Yellow, black, and silver. So good. Plus, the Skyboard, the coolest vehicle in all of Kata Nui, made out of plants and shit. Pop it on. Come on, man. Don't. Oh, yeah, there it is. The coolest. But also, as I said, look at that. Look at that mask. It slides. It doesn't quite pop off all the time. It's so loose, but it's such a good piece. I've got to get the gold one. I've got to get when I get Toa Martinui. When if I want to get every Bionicle set eventually, but Toa Martinui is going to be like quite a pain to get. Oh, there it is. I told you. It just falls off. But very swooshable. And my last Bionicle set, Algae Skateboard. That's what it should have been called. I call it the Skyboard. Call it the Algae Skateboard. Oh shit! I gotta put these bits back on. Hang on a second. Axelara T9. This has been my white whale for years. This set, because my older cousin had it, and I was always like, one day. but it's such a good set. It's so cool. It's got the and this one doesn't quite work. Ugh. This thing just fell off it. The Viking's wings? What was that? But still, hold it backwards and look like a polygon. I mean, I feel like it would if it had these things poking back. But yeah, it's such a good set. It's lived up to every expectation I've had for the last 20 years, no, 10 years, 10, 12 years, roughly. I got it last year because I was going to build it on stream, but then the stream didn't work. And so I just built it sad and alone on the floor of my bedroom. But yeah, I love this set to bits. That happens every time. There it is. So yeah, that's every Lego Bionicle G1 set I have. I have every G2 set over there except for like one of the polybags. Just off screen. Maybe I'll show off that shelf in a sec. You can't really see much messy stuff. Put mine at work because I couldn't wait. That is who I strive to be. If I could build, like, there's more than once that on my lunch break at work, I've gone to pick up a Bionicle set and been like, seriously, if I still had enough time on my lunch break, I would build this right now. I have bought sets and then just opened them in the lunchroom and just kind of had a look at them like, yeah, this is going to be good. Everyone there knows the kind of psycho I am, so that's fine. So yeah, I'm probably going to reorganize these off stream, I reckon, because that's just going to be so tedious. Just going to be staring at my butt, which I know everyone wants to do, but yeah, I'll turn it off for now. Not yet, just in a minute. I will. I need to flex, so I am gonna. Everyone, look at my microphone. I bought this for the Gathered Friends podcast. So I am gonna do a quick show of the G2 sets. I'm gonna be away from my screen, so I won't be able to tell if you can see it or not. How's that? Brag. There's the Millennium Falcon up there. Don't worry about that. Bionicles. So yeah, that's my full Bionicle collection, except for my what they call play sets. I don't have them built. Most of them are lost in pieces elsewhere. This is kind of petered out, hasn't it? This is how we're going to end, is it? Thank you very, very much for watching. I do like that G2 entirely fits on a single bookshelf. Yeah, considering every villain set can go on one shelf and then every hero set can go on a shelf underneath, that's concerning. That Lego had to cut it off like a gangrenous limb that quickly. The things are that they say it was selling well, but that makes you wonder why would they shut it? Why would they cut it off then? And sets were warming shelves around here. I went in January of 2017. I picked up a couple of sets that were released in June of 2015 in my town. So that shows you how badly I was selling. That was a sad day, actually. That was the day that I found out Carrie Fisher had died, and then I went to go see Rogue One, and there's that Princess Leia cameo at the end, and I was like, "This is a sad day." All right. On that very tragic note, yeah, I'd like to say thank you for tuning in to this. Not even really a circle jerk, considering it's just me showing off my collection. um, it's just me talking about how all the stuff that I have. But thank you for tuning in anyway and watching me eat chips and throw chicken things on my mouth. Should I try one more? Throw one more in my mouth. I'm gonna do it. No, it bounced off my teeth. Oh, it's under a pile of bonacles. I'll get it. I'll put it in the bin. I'll eat it. Shh. All right. See you guys. How do I turn it off? Oh, end stream. Garlic of eyes in front of the end stream button. I couldn't see it. See you, mates. Yes, I'm sure I want to end the stream. You ruined my perfect out. Bye, guys.